Songwriter, actor, and all-around naked person. On Sunday night, she adds host to her resume as she presides over the MTV Video Music Awards. Please welcome Miley Cyrus.
To be honest, I'm a little cold. You know, I would have worn a shirt. Actually, I wouldn't have, but you could have warned me, you know.
You are almost naked. You are really...
Almost.
You're wearing
They always keep me almost, the TV. You know?
Where do you get an outfit like this? Is this available for
really
purchase?
Close to where we're filming. Hollywood Boulevard usually has.
Is that right?
They have a lot of these.
Oh, my God. I am embarrassed now. I don't know if it... Now, I can't help, but I'm going to have to...
This is the trick. You just want to, like, stare at my eyebrows.
I'm going to focus on your... Oh, the little eyes on your hat are what I will focus on right there. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, you look really great with scruff, I was thinking.
Oh,
I
thank you.
With the
Thank you.
All the ladies in my dressing room, we were saying, like, damn, you like the scruff.
Well, that's very nice. I appreciate that. I'm still a little bit flustered by your outfit, but by those. You know what is? And I know you probably get asked this all the time, and I apologize.
Let's go for it.
You know, I have a 23-year-old daughter. What does your dad say when he turns on the TV and he's like?
My dad doesn't know how to turn on the TV. That's
he doesn't.
He's a caveman. No, my dad. You know what? It's actually. My dad's cool because, you know, I'm sure he'd maybe rather me not have my tits out all the time, but he'd rather me have my tits out and be a good person than have a shirt on and be a bitch. Which, and I like to say, you know, I see a lot of people with their clothes on and they're kind of, and I don't know if it's the clothes that turns you into an.
He is, yeah.
Like,
it's probably
when you've got your tits out, you can't really be an. You know, it's like people are already judging you, so it's like, you know, you gotta like, it's just, you know, it's just I feel better this way.
Do you feel more comfortable like that? Do you feel more comfortable when other people are uncomfortable?
Actually, you know, not that it started this way, but I did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Joan Jett. I inducted her, and I was there and we were talking to Paul McCartney, and I saw him not knowing how to talk to me, which I don't know really how to talk to Paul McCartney, so it made me very comfortable because it made him more uncomfortable. And so sometimes it kind of is like a nice like convo icebreaker, you know?
It's definitely like, an icebreaker.
You can just be like, stop staring at my tits, and then like the convo just kind of keeps going. You know?
I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
Not usually.
Yeah. Just if you keep your arms at your side, it would be better, probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because if I was watching, you know, if you and I were talking, I'd probably be trying to get a look. But since we're
having a good conversation.
Yes.
Is what you're thinking about. That's what they're always thinking about.
Yeah. It's human nature is what it is. There's no two ways around.
You know what I've learned actually is that it's not the tit. Are you allowed to say tit on your show? Boob. I hate the word boob.
I think you are,
like
actually.
panty. It's like the creepiest.
Well,
anyway,
you could say breast.
Breast.
Yes, the human breast.
The humans aren't afraid of the human breast. It's the nipple that's the issue. That I'm always so concerned. Like, I'm showing my boobs and no one has a problem, but the nipples are covered, so somehow that's okay. So America's actually fine with tits. It's nipples they don't like.
You're right, it is a nipple.
Is what you have.
I do have them.
It's insane because the nipple, what you can't show, everyone has. But the jug part that everyone doesn't, you're allowed to show under boob. I've never understood the way that works.
I don't
It feels
know.
like it's sliding.
I think I need to go to the hospital.
I travel with a lot of tape.
Yeah, I would think so. How are those adhered? Is that
sticky glue and also tape.
And does it hurt when it comes off?
It's like a Band-Aid. You just gotta go.
So
but actually sometimes it'll leave the imprint of whatever like symbol. Like I do pot leaf nipples or heart nipples or star nipple. You actually can get any kind of nipple you want.
Isn't it?
They literally have everything. They have light up nipples. I almost wear those, but these ones were kind of cooler. They went better with the ensemble. But they do have LED nipples.
Where do you get those? Like Hot Topic or something?
Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard is pretty much my entire closet.
Well, that's I don't know how
it's interesting when I go on Instagram, you know, and girls are like, hashtag Givenchy, hashtag, I'm like, hashtag tit pasty that was like $1 for a pack of 4. But, you know.
You are saving a lot of money by not having clothes.
And fabric and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's you. I'm very eco-friendly.
You did.
I'm a vegan nudist. I mean, I don't...
Oh, you are a vegan nudist,
I
aren't
know,
you? Yeah,
yeah.
there aren't many of you, I would think.
There's a lot of us. There's islands that are only us. That's where I've
Are there really?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to a nudist colony?
I haven't had the joy, but I will probably move there one day.
I don't think you would, because I think it would not be a novelty.
Okay, no. Well, here's the thing. I actually did go to a beach where you're allowed to be nude one time, and it was insane, the people that were choosing to be nude.
Yeah, right.
I saw so much. I actually was like, yeah, it was extremely questioning of maybe I may never.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
It was terrifying. Gravity is gnarly. After a certain point, gravity takes a toll that is just so unforgiving.
Not to mention hair. I mean, it's
insane.
Yeah,
and the people that are on the beach spend a lot of time in the sun, which already dehydrates the skin, which is starting to sag. But then, like, on top of everything else, it was really scarring.
Do you feel like there will be an age at which you decide that I'm not going to appear in public nude anymore?
I mean, those old people did it to me, so I'm going to do it to somebody else. I'm going to do it back.
That's the way to go. Miley Cyrus is here. She's hosting the VMAs on Sunday. We are back with Miley Cyrus, who is the host of the MTV Video Music Awards. Are you excited about hosting the show?
I am.
Are you
actually,
nervous?
Nervous isn't really the word. I mean, I think I have like little butterflies because I'm just really excited, and every day that is leading up to it has kind of been the best day ever. And
really?
I don't know, usually getting ready for those kind of shows isn't this much fun, but MTV has just been so awesome, and they've pretty much let me do whatever I want, which is pretty crazy.
Will you surprise them with
insane.
anything? Is there anything that you've been holding back from them and you'll unleash on live television? Because it is a live show, right?
Yeah, actually, they haven't got to go through, everything. I actually didn't even have the foam finger that everyone was so pissed about, 2013 VMAs.
Oh.
I didn't even have that in rehearsal.
Where is that?
In my house, in my room.
All right. And
yeah.
maybe that should be sent to the Smithsonian or something like that.
Yeah, it's just like kind of thrown in there with all my other hoarding.
I want to ask you about this. This you posted to Instagram. This is a photograph there. Well, we see you, and we see Snoop Dogg, and your grandma.
That's Mammy.
And how did your grandma and Snoop get along?
Well, it was actually pretty awesome, but my grandma, I gave her a revised script because there's obviously, there may or may not be some marijuana references in this scene. And
this is from a scene. I see.
Oops, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that? Whatever.
Yeah,
Anyways, my show. So anyway, I'll just tell you all that happens. My grandma has on an apron that says Mary Jane, and she asked me who Mary Jane was.
Oh.
And my mom, and I looked at each other, and then Snoop comes in, and she had a good idea, I think, of who Mary Jane was. But she loved him, and we called her to ask her to do this, because I didn't know if my grandma would do this or not. And so we called and was like, all right, well, there's a rapper. His name is Snoop Dogg. And she goes, well, I know who Snoop Dogg is. I'm like, okay, sorry. And then I guess the whole way home, she told my mom, like, he's just so tall. And so now my grandma might be in love with Snoop Dogg.
Well, he would make a really great grandpa.
Snoop Grandpa Snoop.
Yeah.
I want a Grandpa Snoop.
Christmas time.
Yeah.
Grandpa Snoop leaves something under the tree.
I want that. The tree is...
The mistletoe is smokable.
Mistletoe is smokable. The tree is smokable.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to get your grandmother to dress like you, like this?
No, my grandma is fresh. I gotta admit. I see her and she's like always in like jumpsuits, like, like terry cloth jumpsuits.
Is that cool, jumpsuits?
I think for a grandma it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Snoop wears them. They actually have very similar style.
That's probably what it is.
Grandpa Snoop. But yeah, and my grandma is the most fabulous person I've ever met. Actually, I cut my finger off one time in a blender, like it broke my finger in half. And I was being rushed to the emergency room with my grandma, and before I went in, she slammed on the brakes and said, we got to put on powder because you never know who's going to be in there. My grandma is like an actual beauty queen. So my finger is literally dangling off, blood pouring everywhere. My dad's like passing out from all the blood, and my grandma's like, no, no, no. Powder, powder. So she's the beauty queen.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad person to have around in a pinch. But...
It is. Yeah.
You have a pig at home.
I do.
I saw a picture of you with the pig. Where does the pig live?
In the living room.
In the
with
living
me.
room.
So I've taken out all the furniture pretty much because she eats everything. Her favorite food is ankles. So anytime you're sitting like this, you have to like sit with your feet like that because she loves to eat.
Where do you even get a pig?
Well, at one of my concerts, someone had brought me a pig. Actually, the dude that invented those Bubba teeth, you know, the like hillbilly teeth,
yeah.
he brought me
There's an inventor behind those?
Oh, yeah. And I actually did my own line of Bubba teeth, and it was kind of a trade, like, you know, give me the pig, you know, I'll take the pig, make me some teeth. And so I had custom Miley Bubba teeth, but he brought the pig to the concert and said, you know, we brought you a pig, so obviously I took it. And, but I had other dates, so I went to do other shows and stay at other hotels with this pig.
You're allowed to bring a pig into a hotel?
I don't really tell a lot of people what I'm going to do. I just kind of do it. And you just, you know, hope they don't find out.
What is the pig's name?
Pig. Pig.
Pig's name is
Double
Pig?
pig. Yeah.
A double pig, okay.
Pig.
And eventually the pig will get too big to have?
No, not too big to have, because it just roams in the house, so it's okay. But my dogs are getting a little terrified of this pig because it's
really?
huge.
Yeah.
My little like Chihuahua dog is kind of like scared of the pig a little bit. I'm also getting a little scared of the pig because the other day she started to attack me. Couldn't figure out what was happening. I was running around my living room screaming like, "What? Why don't you love me, pig? I just love you so much. I just want to pet you." And then I realized I was holding a peach. And as soon as I dropped the peach out of fear, she was fine.
Yeah.
She just wanted my peach. So as long as you feed her, you can play with her all day long. But when the food runs out, you become the food.
I feel like something's bad is going to happen with that pig.
You know, everyone tells me that. Everyone's like, you know, we have these nightmares, Cyrus, of you just like passing out on the couch or something. My dad and some of my friends will tell me.
Maybe it's time for you to take a break from being a vegan nudist and eat that pig.
Eat the pig. I can't do it. You know what? I wasn't always a vegan. I was kind of like the pig and all these animals. I just love them too much. I can never eat them.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's nice. It's good to know. I mean,
I don't wear clothes and I don't eat pig.
You know,
it's good quality to find it.
Yeah, not only you're not wearing leather, you're not wearing cotton.
Anything. Yeah. Just nothing.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck at the show. I know you're giving Kanye West.